Poor communication is commonly regarded as one of the main reasons for divorce in our day and age. And often, though, it's not the lack of communication between two partners, but rather that the communication couples do have is negative in nature. It's full of criticism and full of contempt. And therefore, if you want to improve your marriage significantly, focus on improving your communication. The first step is to make time to communicate with each other. Research has shown that people need to at least spend 10 minutes per day to talk about their day to each other and to just de-stress. And that is a bare minimum. However, if you want to grow closer to each other, ensure that you spend time talking to each other at least an hour per day. Now, of course, friends, this could be spread out throughout the day, but it's vital that you have regular positive communication with each other if you want to grow. And so it's time to take some action. Communication basically has two elements. On the one side, listening. On the other side, speaking. And before sharing some general tips on how to improve your communication, please evaluate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is very poor and 10 is absolutely excellent. Now there will be 10 questions. The first 4 will be on listening and the next 6 will be on speaking. So only evaluate yourself, not your partner. After you've completed this exercise, share your scores with your partner. Where did you score particularly low? How can you improve this? Does your partner maybe have any suggestions? After discussing your scores with each other, let me give you 7 guidelines that may help you to improve your communication. Number 1, check the motive of your communication. If your motive is aggression and you are out to hurt your partner, then they will oppose you. However, if your motive is love, to show that you value and you care about them, it will lead to greater intimacy between the two of you. Number 2, provide information about the background surrounding what you are saying. Don't work it all out in your head and then just share the conclusion with your partner. That will make them feel left out. Number 3, be honest about your feelings and make sure you distinguish between the facts and your feelings about the facts. You may feel frustrated in your relationship and then you say something like, "Oh, our relationship is a disaster." Meanwhile, the facts are that you both are working during the day. You don't go to bed at the same time. You are both extremely tired. If you change some of the facts, your feelings about those facts will probably change as well. Number 4, when you have a difference of opinion, share your thinking and your feelings without breaking down your partner's character. Don't make it personal. Communicate clearly that you care for your partner, despite the difference of opinion you may have with them. For instance, instead of saying to your partner, "Oh, you are just so messy," say, "I love you. And I know you like to see all the spices when you cook. However, when you're finished, would you mind just putting it away in the cupboard again? I would really appreciate that. Number 5, in conflict, tackle the problem, not each other. Be especially careful not to bring other people into the argument. For instance, it's better to say, it is really important to me that we are on time for our appointments, rather than saying, you are always late, just like the rest of your family. Number 6, learn to say, I am sorry and I forgive you. If you realize you were wrong, apologize. If your partner asks forgiveness, extend it. Your relationship is much more important than your ego. Number 7, move from problems to solutions that will work for both of you. So in other words, compromise. Suggest alternative options and write them down. Therefore, if you want to improve your communication, always focus on building your partner instead of breaking them down. However, just as important as how you communicate is when you communicate. Many of the biggest communication difficulties occur when we are tired or when we are stressed. During these times, something small will often trigger a whole avalanche of emotion. Where possible, avoid anything that may cause a new argument late at night or when you are pressed for time, as it will be very difficult to resolve those issues at those times. Just because of the timing of the communication, it will be very difficult. If you had the same discussion at a more suitable time, your reactions would probably be vastly different. And therefore, make sure you keep timing in mind, especially when you want to communicate something really important to your partner. Friends, in this section, we discussed how to improve our communication in general. In the next section, we will look at the specific communication issue that can cause a lot of problems in any couple, and that is defensiveness.